everyone, welcome to Aida's Tailoring. In today's video we are gonna make the easier blouse and very pretty. You just need one rectangle of fabric and you can make it. So let's go! To make this beautiful blouse, you don't need too much fabric, roughly 1.5 yards, and yet will be so voluminous. We're going to start with two rectangles of 60 inches by 24. 60 inches is pretty much the measurement between your wrist if you extend your arms, and 24 is roughly the length of the blouse. You can make it shorter or longer if you want. At the corner of the screen, I'm making a smaller version so you can understand always what I'm doing. When I have my two rectangles, I'm gonna place them together and I'm gonna fold it by the center. Then I'm gonna mark 4 inches and 3/4 from the center. And I'm gonna make sure to copy my marks on all the layers. That will make my life easier. Then I'm gonna drop 5 inches at the edges from the top part, or 4.5 inches if you want to leave the seam allowance right away. And then I'm going to make a line connecting the 2 points I marked that way, and then I'm going to cut over my line. Now I'm going to work the same at the bottom, but this time my first mark will be at 11 inches and my second one still will be at 4.5 inches. And then I'm going to join the 2 marks and I'm going to cut through that as well. Now my rectangle is not a rectangle anymore. Next, I'm going to define the color. At the top part, I'm going to mark 1 inch from the center and I'm going to square a line. Now I'm going to take my curve ruler or my ruler curve, I don't know, and I'm going to give like a collar neck shape like that, and I'm going to cut that. This is kind of the back neckline. The front will be a little lower, so I'm separating now my 2 pieces and I'm going to go down about 1 inch and 1/4 more, and I'm going to mark again what will be my front neckline. And now I'm gonna put the 2 pieces together, and I see like the curve is not too nice, so I just kind of redid the back curve again. So now it will be a little nicer. Now is the time to finish those necklines. I'm gonna show you 2 ways that I'm sure that you've done it before. First, the easiest one, I'm gonna use my plastic elastic stabilizer and I'm gonna sew all around the neckline, and I'm gonna make sure to not pull or roll this elastic, and making sure as well that the length of the stitch is the longest as I can. Now that I finished to sew my elastic, I'm gonna go to my serger and I'm gonna serge all that edge, and this is what I have until now. Then I can go back to my sewing machine and I'm just going to fold that a little bit, like a 1/4 inch, and then I'm gonna stitch that down again, forming like a little hem. And that's it. Let me iron it so you can see the results. This is of course a fast finishing method, is not the greatest, but in terms of the effort, the results are great. Now I'm gonna show you the proper way. With the front neckline, I'm gonna take a little bit of the fabric and I'm gonna cut 1 bias strip. You know, the easiest way to know that you are cutting at 45 degrees is by folding the corner, because 90 degrees between 2, right? Stripe or strip, I don't know. And here you go, I have my stripe of fabric, which is the width of the ruler, or 1 inch and 1/4. Then I'm gonna go to my ironing board and I'm gonna fold that stripe by the center like so. And then I'm gonna go to my sewing machine, and first we are gonna make a stay stitch. I have videos explaining you why that stay stitch is so important. Now I'm gonna sew my bias on my neckline, and because this is a curved, I'm gonna make a few cuts all around so my seam allowance can spread and it will be nicer. And then I'm gonna make an understitch. This is a stitch that will secure the seam allowance with my bias, and that way it will be way cleaner. I saw it at the opposite side so you can see what I'm doing, but it's more correct if you do it the other way. Finally, I just hem that, and this is my neckline. It's looking really good. Now I just need to go to my ironing board just to press that so everything stay in shape. And look at that. It's looking so rounded, so nice, right? Now is the time to sew the shoulders, which is the sleeve at the same time. So I'm gonna put my two pieces together and I'm just going to stitch that all the way. I'm using today a 1/2 inch seam allowance, but really this is such a voluminous blouse that it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna sew both sides and then I'm gonna go to my serger machine and I'm gonna serge that to finish it. You can serge that with the seam closed or with the seam open. It's up to you. Now I'm gonna hem the seams, and because I'm gonna put an elastic there, I thought that it would be a better idea if I serge and then fold, but I really don't like that finishing on cotton, so at the end I just fold it twice the way that it's supposed to be. And that serger there is is not really good for the elastic when I put it on, but that's okay. I'm gonna take an elastic and I'm gonna measure more or less my wrist, but a little bit open of the like a little bit above the wrist, just because this kind of blouse you want it to kind of pull it up and you don't want it to be too tight. So I'm gonna measure my elastic and I'm gonna mark it. I'm gonna make sure to mark 2 pieces of elastic so they are the same size. And now I'm gonna just insert the elastic on that canal, and something that I take into account is towards which side is the seam allowance, because I insert then the elastic at the other side. That way the seam allowance doesn't get in the way, and that makes my job easier. When I insert the elastic, I try to find the mark I did and sew the elastic where the mark is, and that way I secure everything in place. Anyways, still I'm trying to confirm that I can put my hands through. And this is the blouse until now. Is looking good. And I'm gonna check on the mannequin if what I left for him will be okay. And I think it is. So I'm just remarking that, and I'm gonna make sure to make a hem until that point. This time I'm using the band roll. Why not? If it's easier, right? And it looks way better too. Then, as I did at the top, I'm gonna do at the bottom, which is just sew the bottom part the same way all around, and then I'm gonna go to the serger machine and I'm gonna serge that. Now is the time to tack all those seam allowance so they don't bother. And I'm gonna take one label and I'm gonna put at the back neckline so it will be easier just to recognize where is the back just when you are changing, makes life easier. And then I'm gonna press my hem and my blouse is done. I put it on the mannequin and my colleague saw it and he really did like it. He liked it a lot. And this is the blouse on my model. She looks great. It's really beautiful. She used it to go to her work and everybody was complimenting her on her blouse. Please let me know in the comments what do you think about this blouse, and if you think you can make one for you. If you find this video useful or entertaining, please give us a like, give us a hype, and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment. Bye!